afternoon. Well, did you have a nice morning thinking about all those sounds? Well done. I can't believe it's already Friday afternoon. And normally when we're in school on a Friday, we like to have a think about all the exciting things we've done in the week that's just gone by. Now, it's no different spending time at home than being in school. We've still reached the end of our week, and it would be lovely for us to look back on all the exciting things we've done with our families before the weekend. And I've come up with an idea that I think you might really like. Now here I have got a little pot, and I'm going to decorate my pot later. So maybe you could find a plastic pot somewhere that you could decorate and make it special. Because in this pot, at the end of every week that we're at home instead of at school, we're going to put 2 pieces of paper in here. And on those pieces of paper, we're going to have a chat with our grown-ups. And our grown-ups can write down for us, or you can have a go at writing it all by yourself. 2 special things. The first one that we're going to write down is something that we have really enjoyed doing this week at home. So I've had a really good think, because there are lots of things that I've enjoyed. And I'm going to write down how much I've enjoyed watching all of you doing your different activities, especially building those brilliant boats. So my favourite thing I've seen is all the boys and girls building brilliant boats. So I'm going to write that down on my piece of paper. And then I'm going to fold my piece of paper up, and I'm going to pop it into my box. Just like that. And then on my other piece of paper, I'm going to write something a little bit different. I'm going to write something that I can't wait to do when we're allowed to get in our car or go on the bus and drive off to all the places that we used to go to. Because it won't be long, you know, and we'll be able to visit all of those places again. We won't have to stay in our houses and our gardens forever. So when the time comes and we're allowed to go off and choose where we'd like to go, I'm going to write down what I'd like to do on my little piece of paper here. And I've already decided that what I would really like to do is to go out to the shops, and I would like to buy a great big pancake with lots of ice cream and lots of chocolate sauce, and I would like to sit with my little boys and with Mr. Roberts and eat our pancakes in a special pancake shop. So I'm going to write that down on my piece of paper here, and I'm going to fold that up and put it in my box. And when the time comes that we're going back to normal school, we're not having our school at home anymore, and we can go off in our car and drive to all these different places, you can get your pieces of paper out and you can remind yourself of all the fun you had while you were at home with your family, and of all the lovely things that you would like to do now that you can. So that's going to be our job for this afternoon, decorating that box. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to finish off by going over our little raindrop story one more time, and it can remind us of all the lovely things we've done this week. One dark and stormy day, a little raindrop fell out of a cloud and flew faster and faster through the sky. And there he goes. Remember what's coming next? It was the thing that we did on Monday. Do you remember? There it is. We painted and drew beautiful rainbows. A gust of wind blew little raindrops sideways, and in a dazzling flash of red, orange and yellow, he found himself inside a rainbow. And we sung our Llwyau Iambys song. Enjoying the beautiful colours, little raindrop fell through green, blue, indigo and violet before another gust of wind blew him out of the rainbow. Whee, there he goes. Splash! Little raindrop landed in a shallow puddle on top of a large rock. And we were looking at this page and we decided we were going to make our houses, didn't we? And our little lands for our creatures. Splish, splash, splosh. Lots of other raindrops fell all around him until the puddle was overflowing. And we explored making pots and bottles overflow by playing with our own water, just like that puddle was overflowing in our story. Little Raindrop ran down the side of the rock and joined a stream. In the stream, Little Raindrop drifted through woods and bounced over pebbles. He played with small, shimmering fish and watched them dart around as deer and rabbits came to drink at the water's edge. We had some pictures of fish on the counting cards that we were doing when we were looking at our numbers, didn't we? Sometimes laughing children would race sticks in the water, and Little Raindrop would chase them under bridges, dodging the swirling grass and fluttering leaves. And when we looked at this one, it reminded us of a boat. And you tried out lots of different materials to see which ones would be waterproof and which ones would be really good for making a boat. And then you made some brilliant boats. After a while, the stream joined a river, and Little Raindrop floated along in the strong current. At times, the river was calm and peaceful, and Little Raindrop watched diving kingfishers and larger fish as they swam slowly by. Now, this was a kingfisher. If you'd like another job today, maybe you could go on the internet or have a look in some of your books and see if you can find out anything about a kingfisher. I wonder what they eat and where they live. At other times, the river was noisy and rough. Little Raindrop raced along rapids and dived down waterfalls, carefully avoiding the jagged rocks at the bottom of the falls. Still looking very happy, there he goes. Eventually, the river reached the sea, and Little Raindrop was pulled far away from the shore. He met friendly dolphins who played and danced in the sunlight and listened as they whistled and clicked their greetings to each other. One day, the tide pulled Little Raindrop back to the beach. He surfed the waves and crashed onto the shore until finally he came to rest on the soft sand. The sun shone down on the sand, and Little Raindrop. The sun shone down on the sand, and Little Raindrop got hotter and hotter until the warmth of the sun drew him up into the air. It was cooler in the sky, and Little Raindrop joined a cloud that was already full of other raindrops. Little Raindrop was ready to fall to earth and began his journey once more. And that's the end. I think we might be meeting some of these little raindrops this weekend. It's supposed to be Bwrw Glaw, but that doesn't matter. If it is Bwrw Glaw, ask your grown-ups if you can pop your wellies on and go out and have a splash in some of those puddles, just like the ones in our story. Right, well, diolch for listening this week, and I'm so proud of you for all the fantastic work that you've been doing. I miss everybody that's in my class so much. If you're not in my class and you're just watching along, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope that you'll join us next week. We're not going to do our normal week because it would be the Easter holidays, but we're going to have one exciting Easter activity that you can do with your grown-ups every day. Have a super duper weekend, and I will see you all very, very soon. Hwyl fawr.